Hi Ghosties, this is Meg Ghosty. I will not be kind of nice in this video because I seen so many comments and so many posts about associations inactive, and some leaders aren't really helping their teammates. I can't really expose the comments, you just have to look at them yourself and read what you want. But people did come to me and start talking about their inactive association. Now, I have to say, I'm sorry if it seems that I was shoving my teamwork into your faces. I didn't exactly expect any inactive comments or complaints from your leaders or your association how it's been so inactive. I didn't know it was going to come down to that. So I wasn't shoving it in your face or whatever, and I wish I had some room to fit you guys into my association and we could get this business going. But sadly, we have two very inactive members that's not even in the association, but their characters are literally locked in our association. We tried contacting the devs. I signed two forms to tell him what the problem is and tell him what member is stuck in our association or that we can't kick them out. All that stuff. This glitch happened the same time as everything else glitched. So our association is still not fixed. Surprisingly. Anyway, back on. So I can't really add other members just because if you could see on your screen right now, there's no spaces. But anyway, let's back to topic. So many of you come to me and start talking about your leaders not being active and not helping you out in the war. You talking about other members not being active and not joining the war. And I'm super shocked because it's all about the teamwork. And if you're willing to not sleep and do this war, I think the rest of the crew should do the same. Now, I have to say that most of my members, only like a few of us, managed to craft some stuff all together. But we are only lucky because we made the association where we could contact most of our members into doing this war. That's why we end up doing the whole amino thing, just to get some people to do the war and make sure that they will do it. So that's a good idea, just to get your members into the association chat, not the bulletin, because that's completely useless. Just find some website or go into the social media app so you could add up your members from the association and have a decent conversation with, and that everything's in line and in check. That's what the leaders should do with the vice presidents. But what do I see? I see presidents actually not helping out the other teammates that are willing to not, partake in the war. And I'm so sick of just hearing and seeing these leaders not actually doing their job. You should put your needs at the back of everybody else's needs, because I just look at you as a lousy person. If your life is more busy than mine, and if your life is more busy than theirs, what's the point in trying to be a president when your life is just busy? This leader and this presidentship, or whatever you want to call it, I just think it's for the people that's constantly on Love Nikki and just keep in check with the members. That's the leadership that I look at. And if you're too lazy to even lead up your team every day, then what's the point in trying to make an association? What is your goal from this? Because you're letting your team down. Because you had the moderate powers to actually control things. But what do I see? Leaders aren't helping, inactive. And I'm just so sick of just seeing that, because I end up hating upon people that I don't even know. And it's like, I see the word leader and I always say, if you're going to become a leader, it has to be last. Put your teammates first, because that's how it should be. So I don't know why this is an issue, and I don't know why this actually has to be my problem. But I actually know these people and they're my supporters, so obviously if they're unhappy, then of course I'm unhappy because this is happening to them. I suggest that if you're tired of the association that you're in and is very inactive and very freaking selfish, I suggest that you leave it and join another one that has a promising instructions, like my instructions, like at least it says in front of your screen. Just look for an association that looks promising. I'm sorry that I can't add any more members into our association. We literally have 2 more members to kick out, but we can't because they're not even in our association. It's confusing to explain, but it's for another time. So that's all I have as an advice, because you can't really take leadership when your president is still active. Therefore, you have to wait 25 days for them to transferred. So I'd rather not wait, but if it's all about your activity points and you don't want them to reset when you join another association, then I guess you have to wait a long ass time. Because if you don't go to an active association with a better leadership, then things will crumble. It doesn't end happy. That's why I end up making my association, because I promised to keep everyone confident. I promised all these things, and I'm letting it happen because I want to be a good leadership with a good reputation. I don't care about my own needs, I care about their needs. That's how I should look at it, and that's how you should look at it. But this is me not telling you how to be, you know. If you can't lead your team, I suggest that you should leave as a president and let somebody else that's very inactive to take control of the association that you created. Even if you are unhappy about it, because this is all about you. This is all about your needs. Oh my god. Then what's the point in making an association to make other people unhappy? I don't get it, and I don't get your theory. And again, you go to the devs Facebook page and you complain and complain and complain about the timing. You complain about everything because you can't do it. How about putting up a goddamn battle and start doing it? Even if you have some time left, set up the date at a certain time that you can stay up late and do the war. It's not that freaking hard to do. So I really don't see your point as a leader. I really don't see your point as a vice president if you don't, open up and go against what your leader is doing. And if you're against what your leader is doing, then speak up, gosh. Now, I've actually promoted one of my recent members because I did know her through my subscribers. So she did comment my channel, and she turned out to be one of my greatest vice presidents, and so did Chum. Actually, those two are my most favorites. So I could actually rely on my vice presidents if I'm inactive. So, it's a promising partnership from that point. But the thing is, not all associations can be like ours, because all I see is that ours are the best ones. I'm sorry. It's just the amount of complaints I hear from each and every single social media is like, oh my god, this is shocking. And not a complaint from my association. So it's like, we're the great ones. We are definitely the great ones. Sorry to shove in. I don't mean to. Sorry. But you could see how proud of a leader I am that we have such supportive members, and that they're happy to just join in late hours, as you could see in my videos. I will be uploading more association videos as well, so that you guys could literally just watch how far we progress just to complete in a suit. So far, we are on 80% onto the next item, which is completely fast, and of course I donated my material because I didn't know I had to press that just to get an item, and yeah, that's totally my fault. Whoops. Anyway, this is not all about us, and I just wish you guys could literally leave the association that you're in. Don't care about your activity points. Make sure that you're in wars. Make sure that you're in crafting. But you can't actually obtain the item until you reach 300 activity points. But you can wait because it always stays in that position until you reach 300 activity points. I have nothing else to say but just to give you that advice, because I don't want you to be unhappy with the inactiveness of your association. I just think It's completely bullcrap how leaders are so lousy. And I'm sorry if you are a leader and you don't know how to lead. I suggest that you should, transfer to another association that's active and just do your board leader. Well, if you are a poor president and you don't know how to lead your team, it's like, what's the point in making an association? Because this is your job as a character, You're doing this for your team. You're not doing this for yourself. Sorry if my words and topics is all over the place. I don't even have a script or write write down words just to copy them on. In fact, that's just proof that I'm not fake. Just to keep in mind, the wars begin twice a week, alright? You can't keep changing the dates to every single day because that would not be fair. You're sacrificing a lot of your sleep, which is unhealthy. Just take it slow, and I suggest that if you're busy in weekdays, I suggest that you set up your date for Friday night to Saturday night, because that's the weekend's night that you could stay up late. We still have some time left, which is totally okay. I don't know where I'm going with that. But please, if you're not happy, like I keep saying, and I keep repeating myself, and you're not taking me seriously, and I mean it, if you're not happy with the association that you're in, just leave it and join another association. I know it's a bad idea because you need to recollect all your activity points, but it's so worth it because this is depending on your happiness. Because if you're really unhappy with the association and you feel blanked out because you want to do the war and the others don't, then please just join another flipping association that's promising and sounds promising and with a good leadership, because I don't want to hear any more of this complaining. Which don't give you the right to go on Love Nikki's Facebook page and complain there, because that will literally put pressure on the devs, even though it's not their fault, it's the president's fault. So please have a nice life and try and sort something out between yourselves. And if this doesn't change, I don't know what else I can do, and I don't know what else I can say. I am a small channel after all, so it's not like I have a voice for everyone. Have a nice life.